presenting today. And Sagana, as soon as you've connected with your cell phone, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll bring you back up. That should get it going. So many of us have had connection issues lately. We are happy to work through those, and we are very patient. Sagana will be connecting with her cell phone. And again, the presentation today will only be Sagana, even though hands are enabled, so only Sagana. We're giving Sagana a chance to reconnect with her cell phone, and then we'll get started. Sagana's presentation is so great. Perfect student to give a presentation on fair speaking and English. Sagana is such a source of encouragement to so many students. And hi, Sagana. Go ahead and accept that invite. There you are.
Can you hear me now?
There you are. There you are.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Great. It's great. Everyone, a huge round of applause for Sagana, the technical genius.
Oh, what a
Sagana,
relief.
the technical genius. Oh my gosh. We're going to have so many applause today. Let's start with a huge round of applause for Sagana, the technical genius. Great job,
Thank you,
Sagana.
guys. Thank you, guys, so much for your patience.
Sagana,
Oh,
this is a special day. This is such a special day.
a day to remember.
It is
Yeah,
a
I
day to
agree.
remember. You, Sagana, you have been such an important member, as are so many students. Sagana, you are such an important member who you are appreciated. You are loved by so many of your fellow students, by your community, by your family. We are so pleased to bring you here today. Today will be a day of applause. Today will be a day of family. Today will be a day of warmth and encouragement. And Sagana, I want to start with some important members of your family. Some important members of
Yay.
your family who are here with you. Ronan, would you join us?
Hello.
Mike, um,
Hello, Ronnie.
M-
Hi.
Manu, will you join us? We have a little surprise for you, Sagana. Mike, raise your hand.
Gosh, I'm gonna cry.
Mike,
Oh, no.
welcome to the stage. Mike, welcome to the stage. And finally,
I'm not ready for that.
Sagana, your family has a very special surprise for you. Adina,
Hello. I hope you can hear
Sagana,
me.
Mm.
Yes.
here is your special family. Adina, please welcome our
Yes.
very special.
Nobody told me anything about this. I'm not
Oh,
ready.
we have some surprise for you, Sigana. Okay, let
Yeah.
me do my introduction. And please, guys, mute your mic. Okay. So, hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Adina. So, we would like to do a presentation, and I am so glad to have you guys here. And thank you, Alan, for giving us a chance to do our presentation. So, actually, this was planned as a huge presentation with 5 members doing all the presentation at the same time. But seems the time is not enough, so we would like to do it separately. Okay, so right now we will be doing a presentation and we have Sigana with us, which is it would be only Sigana who will do individually. Okay. Um we would like to open our presentation with music. And Mike, okay, you can unmute your mic now. Hello, we have Mike here who will play a song. And the song for our dearest Sigana. And the song called Up This Mountain by Fozia. So please, everybody, welcome Mike. Mike, you there? Oh, and I think he has some kind of problems. Let's see.
Hello?
Okay, that's great.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Play that
Okay.
whenever you're ready. Okay.
Nothing.
Was
Thank
really
you.
beautiful. That was really beautiful. Everybody, please give some applause to Mike. Yay! And that was really beautiful, Mike. And Sigana, I hope you liked it.
No,
So,
oh guys, this is so beautiful. I was crying and having a conversation, a mental conversation with Shakespeare during
mhm.
Mikey play. This is so nice. Thank you so much. Aw, I love
From
you.
us,
I love you.
we have we have still another surprise. Okay, just stay where
Oh
you are.
no.
Stay where you are. So let me
No,
and
I
let me.
I have a heart attack. I'm not ready. I'm shaking. This is so
Okay,
surprising. Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
And
show.
okay, so let me get back. Okay, so she will present about fear of speaking in English and how to overcome them. Right now, she gonna feels nervous because it is her first time. Please give her an applause to make her feel better and a warming welcoming and a warming heart for her. Please, everyone. And look at the chats, I think.
Yay! Oh
and
gosh.
also and also Sigana has the greatest presentation from all of us, and it's about how fear is coming to us, and furthermore she has some tips on how to lose your fear and from her experience with her favorite idol Shakespeare's Bound, and you will be and hopefully be truly amazed by her presentation. So here everybody, as I said, we have a special surprise. With special surprise for Sigana. And we have three guys here, and I would like to call them as Musketeer. Here, Mike, Ronin, and Manu with their beautiful poems and speech. So please welcome them. Okay, three of you please unmute your mic, say something. Hello?
Hello.
Wait.
Hello? Manu, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we will going to read Manu's poems. Start from Ronin and Mike, okay? And after that, Manu read will read his own poem, okay? So Ronin and Mike, you will do first, and Manu,
Who's
you
pasting the
stay there.
poem?
So,
Alan,
everyone remember when we show slides or poems, you should be in student presentation, the channel right above classes chat. There you will see Manu's poem in student presentation. Everybody take a look at student presentation and you'll see the poem we're reading. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, you both, uh, read that whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Poem for Sigana. Smiley face. Let me take care of your broken heart and show you how to fly. Let me hold you gently by the hand and kiss your tears goodbye.
And Mike?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let me lead you to tomorrow's light and out of needless rain. 'Cause all I want right now is to see you smile again. By Manu.
Wow, that was really beautiful combination of you both. Please, everybody, give some applause to Ronin and Mike. Okay, now, Manu, would you like to unmute your mic? And yes, please read your full poems. Go ahead.
A little while back, a beautiful friend of mine was sad for some reason. So I wrote a poem for her, and thanks to Alan and Adina that I can present that poem in here. You already heard this poem, but I would like to read that again by myself. I named the poem a smiley face. Let me take care of your broken heart and show you how to fly. Let me hold you gently by the hand and kiss your tears goodbye. Let me lead you to tomorrow's light and out of needless rain, cause all I want right now is to see you smile again. Thanks.
Wow, that was really beautiful reading. Everyone, give some applause to Manu. That was really beautiful, Manu. That was really beautiful. I'm crying. Okay, and and I would like to call the next name, Ronin, with your poems. How? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so it's your poems, right? Your own poems for our dearest Sigana. And okay, read that whenever you're ready.
Okay. Poem for Sigana. You have a confidence that you have to find. You have a fire that you can spark. You have the ability that you can test. You have the strength that you know. You have the power that you can control. You have the courage that you can do. You have the skills that you can encourage others. You have the inspiration that you can inspire others. You have the talent that you can show because everything is in you. Nobody can steal this from you. Thank you.
Wow, beautiful! I want to cry. That was really beautiful, Ronin. What a beautiful poem you have. And everybody, please give another applause to Ronin. That was really beautiful. And okay. And okay, next would be Mike. Mike, Hello, Mike. Welcome.
Hello.
All right, that's great. Okay, so you have a good speech for our queen right now, Livia, and okay, and okay,
Sigana.
everybody. Yeah, Sigana. Okay, Mike, go ahead. Uh, take your time and read and okay, and yeah, do your speech whenever you're ready.
Greetings, all of you. Welcome, Sigana. Many welcome to the stage. We are so excited and happy to have you here. We love to hear and see you perform. Don't be scared to show what you are trying to do just yet. I'm glad to meet a person that is brave like you. As well as you're on the stage, don't forget that this stage is all yours. Don't you worry because you are not alone. You have me and you have us. Sigana, you're even presenting a speech on fear of speaking English and how to overcome it. Hmm? Hmm. Well, anyways, I want you to keep in mind that we give you our maximum confidence. Just know that this community is a blessing. There's always appreciation and always people here to cheer for you. It makes learning a great place. It makes learning feel safer, easier, and possible. Lastly, read with full joy. Read as if you're enjoying your presentation. I wish I could write more. Nonetheless, you'll do great and you're doing great. And good luck. Thank you.
You have, Mike. That was really beautiful, and oh my God. And okay. And Sigana, I hope you like it. That was a little surprise from these three guys, as I would like to call them, a musketeer.
And
And
Adina.
you, yeah, and you, and yeah, and you are the queen. And oh, okay. And okay. Since our time is about self-improvement, and I would like to talk a little bit of it. And so, Mr. Alan, please the slide. Mm-hmm. Okay, so so the idea of our time is on self-improvement, and the presentation is about fear, how to lose it, how to overcome. Here, as I would say, the self improvement, the idea of self improvement, are we get better to know how we manage ourselves, manage our emotions, build up our confidence, and we know how to overcome our fear and what we're capable of, the ability we have. And okay, we already have our name here, as you guys can see. It's called BMF Team. Okay, so B stands for be positive because being negative and worth it. My M stands for mind benders. We can make you things in a new way. F stands for fantasticant. Anything is possible. So, okay. So please, everybody, welcome Sigana, our dearest queen, and our Livia. Okay, Sigana, the stage is all yours now.
First of all, I had no tears left to cry, but I'm crying. This is so amazing, wonderful, beautiful. Um, the people on this stage have no idea what I've been through, but you guys know a part of my um, journey, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for you guys. I think I'm so lucky for finding treasures like you, Dina, Manu, Ronnie, Mike, and Teacher Alan. So this is so meaningful, and of course, I will remember this moment forever because this is my very first presentation in English. And since I was a teenager, my dream has been actually is speaking in English and tell the world who I am and uh, what I want to bring. So thank you guys. So I will need some moments to calm me down a little because those were too much for a day. Okay. I think I will
Everyone,
need tissues.
every everyone, what a beautiful experience of family. The most important thing, the most important aspect of our classes, our family, our community. What a beautiful expression of support. What a beautiful expression of encouragement and love. Adina, thank you so much for putting that amazing welcome together. Manu, thank you so much. Ronan, thank you so much. Mike, thank you so much. As soon as Sagana is ready, we will then hear Sagana's amazing presentation. Sagana's presentation will be about 30 minutes. When Sagana has completed her presentation, we will have some time for questions and answers to Sagana about her presentation. We will do those in the chat. Sagana's presentation will be about 30 minutes, and then in the chat, we'll rejoin the chat, and Sagana will take questions and answers typed into the chat. And then after that, we will open up to questions and answers for the BMF team, for the self-improvement team itself. We are watching Sagana's presentation in student presentation. You can see Sagana's first slide there. That will be about 30 minutes. Then Sagana will do questions and answers, and then the BMF team. Sagana, you so deserve that amazing welcome. You so deserve this moment. Sagana, welcome.
I don't think I deserved at all, but thank you so much. And as I always say in Portuguese, I love you. I would say the same in my mother language to you guys and to my closest friends. Eu te amo. So let's start the presentation. Okay. So hello everybody. Thanks again, Dina and Alan and all my family for introducing me to our class's mates. It's a pleasure, an honor to be here. And here we go. Okay. On this first slide, I brought three important words. We shall call them keywords. They are not my title, but these words are important concepts to the whole presentation, since the beginning to the end. They are fear, speaking, and English. Next slide, please. Okay, I'm Sigana, one of Alan's students, and I'm gonna talk about feeling fear related to our English learning. My title, fear of speaking in English and how to lose it, how to overcome in that. We are an English server, our teacher, as you guys know, and my nickname. Before I start, I will appreciate if everyone does participate through the chat. So please, if you have a question, write it down, and my colleagues will save that for me, and I will get you as soon as I can. Next one, please. Okay. Why did I decide to do this presentation? The reason why I decided to discuss this topic with you is that in so many classes, I've realized the majority of students feel stage fright, a little insecure to speak in front of the others during your presence on the stage. I mean, they want to be there, but somehow something stopped them before they give it a shot. They give a chance to themselves. So, considering that many students may have had the same problem as I've replied to some message during the class, as you guys can see on the two image. Even though I've done this, I would feel that this is not enough. And then I needed to do something to impact our community in a positive manner. Next slide. Okay, first of all, to start telling you more about our topic, let's take a look at these two definitions from the Cambridge Dictionary, but focusing on the second one, the most important one at this light. Fear. The first definition, an unpleasant emotion or thought that you have when you are afraid or worried by something dangerous, painful, or bad that is happening. And the second one, the most important, to be worried or afraid that something bad might happen or might have happened. So to add some information to this slide, I brought two ways to pronounce the word fear. I'm speaking in the American pronunciation, fear, but you can also say fear, something like this in the British English. The next slide, please. Secondly, we are gonna put fear definition in the English context with the purpose of this presentation. About the first sentence, forget everything and run. We can imagine ourselves when we want to go on a stage, asking our questions and saying something we think it's important. And for some reason, we forget everything and run. We don't raise our hands up and we stay the whole class thinking about what would happen if we have done the first move. I'm sure many people feel that way over here on the chat. So, about the sentence, um, I will ask you a trick question. You can reflect one about what I just said to you. Um, it is, what's something you have fear and even you get paid, you never face? About the second sentence, face everything and write. We live out of the imagination of doing something and really do something. Take action. We raise our hands up and ask a question and say something we think it's important to other students. And finally, we get applauses and compliments from other students. We win challenge, we face everything and write. And another trick question for you is, what's something that is worth everything fighting for? And no matter the consequences, you take an action and you think about it for a very long time. Next slide. Okay. Now, I will show you some reasons people might have fear in speaking in English. They are based on my personal experience with other students. The first reason, people don't feel prepared to have a casual conversation in English. So, for some reason that we don't know, they don't feel prepared to have a casual conversation or any kind of conversation. The second reason, some of them think their current level is not enough to follow a native, a fluent speaker, or someone with the same level or higher in a conversation. So, those people think to speak with others is only about levels. So if you don't have an intermediate or advanced level um, in their minds, you're not able to have a conversation in English properly. The third reason, being afraid of having to stop a conversation as you're not able to express yourself while talking about certain topic. So imagine that you are chatting with a friend and you guys are talking about politics. That person might have fear of stopping a conversation because that person think um, she or he will stop in some point during the conversation. I mean, they they know that person know what she or he intend to say, but they stop for somehow. They don't know how to say that in English at that moment. And the fourth and the most common reason, fear of the judgment from other students or people due their pronunciation, their sufficient vocabulary, their personality, and so on. So this is the most common reason why people might have fear that I've seen on our community, even though we have a great and a warm environment. So next slide, please. All right, guys. I made a learn process diagram to show how we are learn any language, especially English. First, we can learn a word, a sentence, an expression, anything related to that specific language. And then we succeed with what we just learned in an exercise, in an English practice, or maybe in tasks or exams. To soon after, using this structure in contest, in a conversation, or in some important document, for example. Although we learn these structures, we might forget many of them, which are very, very normal because we don't use them regularly. Our brains understand that we don't need those words. So now is the time to relearn that arrangement again, over and over again. So that's how we all learn all around the world a language. Next one, please. So, before giving you some tips and advice in the speaking version, I want you guys at this exact moment, right now, close your eyes. So, let's close your eyes and think about your dreams and goals. It may be your about your career, about your personal dreams, about some goals you wanna do in your school, whatever. Think about your dreams and goal in life right now. I'm quite sure one of them is fluency, right? So open your eyes. Next slide. Okay. What do I need to get there? Fluency. So, as we saw on the previous slides, there is a long learning process until we can finally learn a structure in English. Now, we will discuss methods for achieving fluency, or at least for becoming more fluent. You can understand as input all information you observed by something or someone. For instance, it might come from class while you are listening to a teacher and reading his slides at one time. When it comes to output skills, is any information we can produce from your body using your brain and your physical functions, such as listen to a podcast while you're writing a summary about it, or telling your friends about the last movie you watched at home. As a matter of fact, all the skills are important, but you only express idea, speaking skill, when you understand the message someone has said to you, listening skill. So don't focus on a specific group of skill, input or output, but both. Next one. Now we finally got some tips and advice in speaking version. So the first tip, develop the study habit. Try to find the time on your week to focus on learning English for at least 15 minutes. Listen to a podcast, for example. The second tip, ongoing studying. Developing fluency is a long process. To develop your study habits, it's essential to dedicate yourself fully and to expose the language experience daily. An interesting example of how to do this is to change the language on your device to English or create an environment in English at your work, in your room, in your classroom. Like if you were there in a culture who speak in English, wherever you are, so etc. The third tip, go over some English topics daily. Study only grammar isn't so effective in the learning process, but it is essential to go over some topics to understand the language correctly. In fact, learn the verb to be will make you understand a book. However, it'll teach you how to say your current mood today. For example, I am happy. Or an action that is happening at this exact moment. I'm making a presentation. When you need to say this in a casual conversation. An important thing I would like to add to this part is to review more than literature. Of course, I guess there are many students who like classical literature, like me, but that's not the way we speak nowadays. So you can study by those tasks, but keep in mind those structures are not used anymore. The fourth tip, think how to put what we learn in context. Every English structure has a meaning and a specific subject to be used. So it is fundamental to put what we have been learned in context. Or, on the other hand, you won't be able to face situations using English in real life. For instance, try to imagine you are going to purchase fast food or going out for dinner. Which tenses are required in each possible situation? What do I intend to order? How can I order something from a waiter? Will I be going to a formal or informal meal? What should I wear? What is the occasion for? What should I say and what shouldn't I say? Okay, the last one, motivation. No one is capable of doing something for a long time without motivation. And due to the fact it's a long process, don't forget this brilliant Indian. Rome wasn't built in a day, and Rome wasn't destroyed in a day either. So please keep yourself motivated. And remember, good things take time to happen, and they cannot be turned down in a blink of an eye. What you learn is in your brain. You only need an opportunity to use that. The next slide, please. Okay. As I said in the last slide, don't forget to keep yourself motivated every day. So I brought some special examples of how to keep yourself motivated that they helped me for years. It might be some physical, like my dog, which represent my love, my conditional love for America. Or my UK flag, which represents my current obsession for British culture. And even my mouse pad with a picture of my favorite place in the whole world, New York. But it may be something virtual. Speaking of electronic devices or apps, as an example, I have an app called Pinterest that I look for pictures every day, the place I want to visit. So, and I have this file, Inspirational Photography, My Biggest Dreams, with places I want to visit in the future. And I'm sure English will help me in this task. And last but not least, our family. on English server with many people around the world saying kind words and wise advice every day. Next one. And if you guys let me, some more little things, some more important things. The first one, we only learn a language when we are curious about it. Being a curious person is the key to developing new potentialities in your English skills, especially when you see different things related to a language we have learned. For example, cultural aspects, grammar structures, and slang, and so on. Try to reach for them or try to understand if there is something similar in your mother language. For example, we we said like Rome was built in a day. Try to find if you guys have an Indian similar in your native language, for example. So just be curious. Curiosity is the way children learn a language naturally. And I want you to learn a language naturally too. The second thing, when we take some risks and complete challenge. What I mean by trying to take some risk is to grab the opportunity that may appear in a situation and try to complete each challenge. So, you are on English server chat and there are chances to go to the state. Just go there, take the risk, and complete challenge of that class in a specific method, for example. The third tip, overcome some obstacles, and when we do things, we use the things we are not capable of. In fact, there will be many upsetting situations we need to get through, and overcome those are essential to keep the English, to speak the English language. And even more important than that, do things you used to think you're not capable of. As for me, I never thought uh, uh, that I would be able to reading an entire book like I did in last month, or understand my favorite author, Shakespeare, and doing this presentation. And the last one, in fact, not everything is perfect, and you might stop for many reasons in a spoke situation, due to the fact you don't understand the message for someone, or when you forget important words at that time. So, it, so you need to find your ways to overcome this during your speech practice. So, in my case, I always try to be a dictionary. If I know what I intend to say, but not quite sure what the specific words, I give many details about the object, action, situation, or feeling. For example, so I want to say the word keyboard, but I have no idea how to say that in English. So I try to describe that object. For example, it's something we use to send message to people in a device, in a computer, or we also have like this on the virtual environment. So I try to give details and more details to someone that I've been speaking. So, for example, that person you like, oh, you are the words you intend to say is keyboard, right? Yeah, that's right. So try your best always, but speak, because the speaking skill is the most important one to reach fluency. Next, please. Okay, so remember when I told you about that I read an entire book in English last month? So uh, while I was reading that book, I found out this poem, and I thought, it matches with my speech, so I need to show them how powerful this message is. So, guys, pay attention to this point, because um, this explains the whole presentation, and it'll help you tomorrow or in the future when you do some practice in English. So let's go. Sometimes when we are awake, the monster is still there. Maybe we can't see him as clearly, maybe he's not as obvious as he usually is, but he is there, somewhere saying, "You're not good enough. You do not deserve to be loved the way you want to be loved. Something will always be wrong with you, no matter how much you try and fix yourself. You will always be looking for something you cannot find." And our gut reaction when we hear the monster say these things is to run. But if you are the monster and the person being chased, then we need to stop running because we cannot run away from ourselves. You need to stop running, turn around, and hug the monster because you are the monster and the hero, the person running, and everything between them. You need to pull the monster close and whisper in its ears, no matter how scared you are, no matter how ugly the monster seems on the outside, no matter how much you think you can't, and say, "You are good enough. I'm sorry you're afraid. You deserve to be loved the way you want to be loved. There is nothing in you that needs to be fixed. The thing you've been looking for has been here with you all along. I am sorry I ran away from you. I'm sorry you're afraid. I love you honestly and sincerely without end." So, guys, what I mean bringing this point to you is you are the only one can stop you from speaking, and you are the only one who can let yourself grow. So please speak when you get a chance. Next slide. Of course, I need to thank some special people. these these work wouldn't happen without them. So thank you so much for my bestie on Discord. Her name is Adina, and without her, I think I couldn't make this a presentation. So thank you so much, amiga. I love you, and of course, Teacher Ellen. Duh. Teacher Alan, for being Teacher Alan. Thank you so much. You are the most incredible teacher I ever seen in my life and in my English journey. Teacher Sen, for our friendship and for going over some mistakes on my script and on my slides. Teacher Whitehead, who is my teacher in real life. And of course, think to myself, good job, Sigana. Be your own Sigana. For not giving up and for being fearless. Next slide, please. The end. This is the end, this slide, but I'm sure the beginning of your English journey. So thank you so much for your attention, and that's it. I'm open now for your questions, and I will see the. Are you keeping up, you guys, on the chat? Thank you so much.
That was
Everyone,
really beautiful.
everyone, join us back in the chat. Join us back in class's chat. And Adina, please congratulate Sagana on her amazing presentation. Please congratulate Sagana.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Everyone back in the chat, a huge round of applause, a huge round of applause. What an amazing presentation. What an amazing accomplishment. Sagana, you, part of your introduction, sharing with us that this presentation itself in English, one of your dreams, so many of your dreams that you've accomplished, reading a book in English, understanding Shakespeare in English, and now today giving among your family, among your friends, giving a presentation completely in English to your amazing community, to your
Yeah,
amazing family.
I cannot
Everyone,
believe this is happening. It seems like it's not happening. I'm dreaming, but yeah, it's happening. It's real. So thank you so much.
everyone,
I
continue
need
that huge.
water. Sorry.
Yes, get some water. Get some water as we continue this huge round of applause. What a great accomplishment. What a great accomplishment. We are going to now take questions, again, to students who may be joining us, to students for whom this may be your first time in our classes, in our amazing learning community. The most important part is environment, and the most important thing to do with what we learn is to apply it in your own learning and with others. As part of that, we do student speeches and student presentations. That is what Sagana has just given us. What amazing content, what an amazing presentation, and what an amazing accomplishment itself. We will now take questions in the chat. We will type those questions in the chat. We'll take some of those, and then we will also open it up to the larger group led by Adina, the self-improvement group. But let's start with, for Sagana, in the chat. Go ahead and type your questions for Sagana. We will follow along in the chat. What a beautiful congratulations. What beautiful encouragement in the chat to Sagana. What an amazing accomplishment. And as we always do, we'll give people a moment to type their questions about Sagana's great presentation. After Sagana takes some questions, we will open it up to Adina's self-improvement group for questions to them. Lorraine, what a great question to start. Sagana, you can see Lorraine's question. Who inspired, what a great question, Lorraine. Who inspired you, Sagana, to face your fears?
I think I would say me, myself, and I. Like, because think that you want someone so badly in life, and the only person can do that for you, it's yourself. So I think who inspire me, who have been inspiring me, it's me. It has been myself this whole time. And I get like I don't know how to say this. Um I get like surprised with myself, like when I overcome some obstacles and things, and in life in general, but especially in English, because English is the one of the things that make me feel alive, like every day. Like without English, my day is kind of like less happy, less exciting. So yeah, myself. I would say myself.
Thank you, Lorraine, for that great question. And Jaspreet's great question. Sagana,
What
Jaspreet's question.
a question.
How
Yeah,
did you
I never
feel?
thought about this. Hmm.
How did you
Sorry.
feel when you first joined these classes? Great question. Great question.
At the first, I think I felt like a little nervous, and I also thought like that I wouldn't be able to understand Shakespeare because my first time on stage, it was like reading a Midnight Summer um, part of that play, and after that, after your class teacher, I was like jumping, like dancing in my kitchen, in my house, like saying like in the mirror, like I read Shakespeare, I read Shakespeare. This is not happening. It cannot be true. So something like this. So I was so proud, so freaking proud of myself that time. Yeah, it was the most incredible sensation. And when I did like more times, mm, again, the feeling um was getting like bigger and bigger as time passes by, building my confidence and my good feeling. So yeah.
Jaspreet, thank you so much. D Junior's question, of course, this was so much of the presentation itself, but how could you perhaps summarize for D Junior Sagana how to gain more confidence speaking English?
Um, like I said in the Lauren, am I right? I'm not quite sure if I pronounced your name correctly, but the thing is like I want that dream come true, so I need to do that. Nobody will do that for me, only myself. So I need to do that. So um, without taking an action, that thing won't happen in my life, and eventually I'll be sad and like disencouraged. So I need at least to try to get there, at least try to speak. uh, that's it.
Thank you,
It's simple.
Thank you, D Junior. And I love this question from Sanuko, always looking forward. Sagana, what from Sanuko, what will your next step be?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I've been wondering my next step, but I'm not quite sure. I think like I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Maybe going to visit America someday. It's one of my biggest dreams. I don't
What
know.
a what a what a beautiful dream. What a beautiful dream. Um, and look, of course, at all the ongoing great comments. Thank you so much, Ronan, to Sagana. That was tremendous and phenomenal work by you. Look at all the
Mm-hmm.
great comments. Scrolling down to the next question, the Blazing Pickle. Sagana, what motivated you to improve your English?
Oh wow, so so deep questions, so many deep questions. Yeah, this one I will answer differently. Uh, um, when people ask me why I want to learn English, it's something that is so hard to answer because uh, the answer is simple but also profound. It's because I feel a strong connection with the language. I feel like when I'm speaking English, I can be in the safest place, and the place I have cure for anything, and the things are like um, um, when I am happy, when I am truly happy, and I can be myself, I can show the world who I am. So yeah, because of that connection with the language. Sorry, I think I forget the question. Sorry. This is so funny.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. You're doing great. It was what motivated you to improve your English, and you're
Yeah,
exactly
my
speaking of
connection
that.
with the
Mhm,
language. Yeah, my
mhm.
connection. And
Beautiful.
a connection that I cannot explain to you guys. I've been wondering the reason why for a long time, but I think there are many beautiful and like um, reasons that I still have to looking for. So I think that's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Blazing Pickle, for that. Scrolling down, mid short. Great question from mid
Mhm.
short, Sagana. Why do you want to learn English? Do you have some particular goal you want to accomplish? Is there a particular goal or set of goals, or is it your more general love for the language?
Like I said in the previous question, it's not like when some people say like I'm learning English because I want to have a job opportunity in, I don't know, like in England, for example. No, it's something bigger and like that I can explain. Something like, I don't know. It's something that I live every day. So my goal is continue to feel that way with English, like feeling, um, making myself happy and healthy because I have English. Important fact: I was only be able to getting through the pandemic situation in my country. It was because of English, because I had English. So English, it was my escape to uh, the bad things in life, the bad things in the world. So I think that's it. But if you ask me, like, you wanna like travel to those countries, I would say yes, definitely. But this is not the main goal. This is not the thing. I think the main goal is being fluent in English. So the only goal. So understand and live the experience um, mostly. Am I make sense?
That was
I
that
think
was perfect.
that's it.
That was perfect. Mid short. Thank you so much for that question. Um, let's
Thank you so
continue. Let's
much.
continue. Let's look at Puck's question. And Sagana, I want you to think about this. I want you to appreciate this. I want you to feel the deep meaning of your family, your community, saying to you how awesome you are. You are Puck's question, which is just as well a statement of how your community, how your family feels about you. Think about this, feel this, and let us know, Sagana. Respond to Puck's question as much a statement. Sagana, how can you be so awesome?
No idea. You're awesome too, Puck. You know that. Puck is a special person that we've talked a lot during your classes, helping each other. So I think um, everyone um, who is listening to me are awesome and special in in their own way. So thank you so much. I have no idea how can I be so
That
awesome.
that was that was so beautiful. What an extraordinary part of our community when one family member says, "You're great, you're awesome," to one, that family member immediately turns that back to the person who gave it. The community keeps building and growing in that way. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Puck, for that. Vinicius, great question. Sagana from Vinicius. First, thank you very much for your presentation. My question is, do you think that maintaining a formal speech, that is grammar, is important, or just saying what comes in the mind is more important? For you, in your experience, what is your thoughts? What are your thoughts about this?
Okay. Thank you very much, Vinicius, my Brazilian bro. Yeah. Okay. I think it depends on your goal. You wanna like you wanna be in a formal situation, like for example, apply to a foreigner university, or like um, be a, I don't know, a host in TED Talks. I don't know. So it depends on your goals. So I think we need to understand like both. But if you have a specific goal on your life, you need to focus what is matter at that time. Am I make sense? Is that clear?
Absolutely.
Did I respond to
Absolutely.
your question? Yeah.
Absolutely. And Vinicius, if you have a follow-up question, you're welcome to do that in the chat. Thank you so much for your question, Vinicius. Let's continue. Sinuko. Sagana, how long have you been studying? How long has it taken you to reach your current level?
I love this question. Everybody does all the time. 10 years. I study English. I've been studying English since I was 13. Yeah, 10 years. More than 10 years, I guess. So, um, or eight. I'm not quite sure. I'm not good at math. So I think, yeah.
Thank you, Sinuko, for that great question. JY, and you've been speaking about this. Can you summarize again, Sagana, what is your dream in this field?
Mm, let me think. First of all, I have a question. What is field? What does
Um,
field mean?
uh,
I don't know.
in your life, field can be an area of study. Your field can be your professional area. The area of your job, the specialization of your job, what subjects you study in school. The in school, what you're studying, your job, the perhaps you're a teacher, your field is education. Perhaps your field is your study is computers, your field is technology. The area that you're involved with, it may be in school, it may be in a job, it may be where you do your work, the area of your life. So your
Mm-hmm.
dream in this field, it could be your dream as a student. It could be your dream for in later life, what kind of work that you want to do.
Related to my English journey, right?
I think that's the question.
Yeah. I think my dream is to live the experience in real life. Like be in a place everybody speaks English in English, and I can like feel the experience, like listen to people I sing while they are walking to their works, or for example, like in a plane. I don't know, like lived experience. Go to American, I don't know, schools, shops, like feel the environment around me, like feel the everything uh, um, has been in my mind, like um, when I listen to a podcast, when someone say like, "Oh, in American people are like this," I want to understand this, like live the that experience, uh, and like really living that, like speaking and getting along with new friends from different parts of the world, and like live the experience that there, like going to the places I've always dreaming on to be there. this kind of thing. It's hard to explain. It's so deep.
Thank you, JY, and thank you for that great answer, Sagana. Let's take one more question, and then let's open back up to the larger group, Adina's larger group, on self-improvement. Of course, we may not get to all the questions for Sagana. Of course, you're welcome to continue those questions to her. Our class is one of the great aspects of our class is such an active, positive community in the chat during classes. So many things going on during classes itself. I know you will appreciate seeing Sagana in classes and perhaps follow up with her on any questions or thoughts that were not covered in today's great presentation. Let's take as the final direct question to Sagana, and then we'll return to Adina and the group. Jaspreet, I love Jaspreet's question. Adina, Sagana, I am sure many would appreciate knowing how you manage this all the time. Jaspreet's great question, Sagana. Sagana, how do you have this aura of positivity around yourself all the time? You're always such an encouraging, positive person. You bring so much warmth and encouragement to so many of your fellow students. Jaspreet's question, how do you have this aura of positivity around yourself all the time?
To be honest, I try to be, I'm not that positive all the time, but I think the world is a better place when we motivate other people. And doing this, we are doing to ourselves too. So I think I think there are so many bad things to worry about, to be like um mad at those. So um, being positive or trying to be positive is a way to um, find a way out from all this mess we've been living. So yeah,
So beautiful, so
thank you for your
beautiful,
question.
so beautiful. Sagana, thank you. Sagana, thank you for your amazing presentation. Thank you for those great answers. Again, what is so wonderful about our classes is so much of the most important thing, the application of what we are learning, which is not just our English skills, even more importantly, the most important thing, our environment. You can experience, you do experience, all of us, every time in the class. Will be another time for you to continue your questions with Sagana. We have about 10 minutes left in class. We have about 10 minutes left in class. Let's return to Adina and the self-improvement group. Adina, please reintroduce what the group covers, and we have time for just a few questions from the audience about the BFT team. Please review again.
Okay, so the self-improvement is actually, um, we would like to talk about in different many topics, just like Sigana did, and we already have many topics here. So I have a topic about mind and heart. Mainu has a topic about motivation, and Ronin has a topic about ability, how we dig up our ability, how do we know what we're capable of, and Mike with emotions. And also the other topic is about variety of depression. How many variety of depression do we have? And yeah, so the idea of this, as I would say, it's about how we get better to know ourselves, how we overcome everything in ourselves, and this was planned as a huge presentation. It was, but since it was I mean, like, we have, so I mean, the presentation is kind of like long, so we decide to separate it, and we would like to have another part, and it also like I don't know how to say this. Yeah, we would like to have another part, next part about this, and the upcoming presentation, that would be Manu, Mike, me, and Ronin. So yeah, please everyone stay tuned about this, and we would like to do it again another part. And
Ex-
if you guys would like have any questions about our topic on the theme of self improvement, go ahead.
Yes, as Adina says, watch in on the Notion page for upcoming classes for when those other presentations will be scheduled. So yes, in the chat, let's take a few questions. We have a few more minutes in this during class. Questions in the chat for Dina, for Sagana, for the self improvement group.
And you guys can unmute your mic now. It's okay to answer all the questions one by one. Yes, Sigana, Menu, Ronin, Mike.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah, that's great. So let's
I'm
answer a few
trying
questions.
to process the whole experience. It'll
So
take a
so
long time to.
So to Blazing Pickle, the group itself does not have a group. However, on the Notion page, on our Notion page, thank you again to Demonade for that. On the Notion page, under past student presentations, you will be able to see the list of the past student presentations, many of them. Sagana's was only one of many. You'll see a list of all the presentations, and you'll see links to videos of those we have. Today, Ninive is recording the presentation. Thank you again to Ninive. We'll give her a special applause in a moment. So you will be able to watch this presentation again. And for presentations going forward, they will be listed on the Notion page under past student presentations. And when we have videos, those links will be there. The next question to Adina, Sagana, and group from I'm Here to Learn. How fast can you learn a new skill?
Can I answer this one?
Of
Yeah,
course.
go ahead.
I think um I think when it becomes an habit and when you improve that skill every day, um it won't be something like quickly. Like tomorrow you'll be like you have that ability. No, but you will get there like um, um, as time passes by. More than like for example, like I said before, try to study at least 15 minutes. Try to observe that culture in your on your weekdays daily. So I think that's it. Um, when you do that regularly, um, you get there faster. You know.
Any other comments from the group on that? On I'm Here to Learn's great
Yeah,
question. How fast can you learn a new skill?
yeah. The question from Jubai is how fast one can learn a new skill. I think how fast we can learn a new skill is depend on a lot of things, like how determined we are to learn the new skill, how much time we intend to put that skills, how much time we want to spend on that skill. If we are determined enough, we can learn that skill in a month. If we are not determined enough, maybe we can't acquire that skill even in a year. So I think the most important thing when we start to learn a new skill is our determination.
Thank you, Manu. Thank you, Manu. Let's continue. We have under 5 minutes left in class. We have under 5 minutes left in class. Let's take a few more questions for the self-improvement group from Gab. Any ideas, anyone, about how to improve my speaking from Gab? Anyone like to take that question?
Okay, I will say when I like starting to interact with people. So on that time, like I have some hesitation. Like how can I represent myself? How can I tell about myself? So on that time, like I just know that I am here to talk, and if I get nervous or if I get hesitate, so like it depends on the people. Like if you find an environment like the people is surrounded, the people uh, don't judge you. So this can be the good that you can speak with them normally as you can speak. So on that time, like I speak normally, and when I found like this people is not judging me, this people okay with my every level. Even I there is a channel and advanced. So on that channel, like I know like some people also speak so fluent, but I got a habit like if they doing, they are also human. So I am also human that I can also do. So I decided first time I get hesitate. Second time when I decide, when I do this, so I on that time I will not hesitate, because I built a confidence in me that I can do as much as you can interact with people. So you know how they speak, the way they speak, the way they talk, the way they do the conversation, the way they tell about something, the topic which is going on. So if you are a beginner or if you are at any level, so it doesn't matter. Just choose the best way that you can express yourself. And I on that time, like as I was saying, like so it was my beginning. Until now, like I can say, yeah, I found a confidence that I can represent myself to around so many people. Like it can be a bunch of many group, it can be a crowd, it can be so many people. So the thing is like if you speaking, so speaking doesn't matter. Speak level can be slow, speak level can be normal. It depends on you how you're speaking. Just like I'm right now I'm speaking, so I can also get up my speaking skill, like normal to the advanced to the beginner to the intermediate. So that's the way that I built myself, and I found a confidence in myself that I can do.
Ronan, thank you. Thank you so much for that. We're close to the end of class. I want to take one more question, and I'd like to direct this question in particular to Sagana. A little further down in the chat, this great question, this very moving question from Lorraine, something that is so known to so many of this. And Lorraine expresses this so beautifully. A little further down in the chat from Lorraine, my friend who had a bad past of presenting in front of the stage is having a hard time in opening up to people once again. She was once a bubbly girl, but ever since that happened, she started experiencing having low self-esteem. And Lorraine's question, what advice would you give to her in order for her to improve her self-esteem? Once again, so many of us know this experience of a bad experience, of several bad experiences, and how to rebuild our self-esteem. Sagana, what is your advice for this such important question?
Wow. Let me read that again. Mhm, mhm. I think she needs to think in two things. Like, mm, what is uh, her potentialities and what people think of her, but is not true. So everybody is able to make a presentation or like reach their dream or whatever situation or activity. So you need to focus on your potentialities, what you have, and you be interesting to others, and at the same time, you help you to help to grow and face hard situations like Lauren's friends. So, and think about what people think of you. That's not true. Just because when you think about this, you realize that what people have been telling you, this is not true. So you be sure if someone say bad things or like mean things to you, you like you realize that those um, 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 doesn't define yourself, herself. So I think this is my advice. Like thinking and these important things before face another traumatic situation again.
Thank you, Lorraine, for that so important question. Thank you, Sagana, for those warm and inspiring and truthful words. As with all our presentations, as with all our classes, so much leads on to so much. We, as always, students will no doubt want more information, perhaps future presentations expanding on particular topics that were discussed today. Of course, as Adina said, the group itself will be continuing in their series of presentations. Watch the Notion page for the upcoming schedule. And as you would like further answers, further discussion, to Sagana's presentation, to the topics that the group will be presenting, by all means, let us know. Let us know in the chat. Demonade manages and creates forms on the Notion page for class input. That's a great place to make suggestions, of course, in the open question and answer sessions on the weekend as well. Before, go ahead.
When you're done, I guess, can I also reply to Lorraine's question after you're done?
Of course. Mike, please.
Okay, so, to be honest, I am actually nervous just because I am not sure of a good way to explain. So for example, when I'm not sure what to talk about, those would be one of those things I would be nervous about. So let's say you're about to, like right now, this is an online platform, right? So if you want to have some sort of conversation, right, you can like write down what you're talking about, and like for me, once I have something written down, I read as I speak, I don't get as nervous as I would without a written form of what I perform. So, I guess if you're on stage, if you have like some sort of friend, you can have like an eye contact with a friend that you feel confident with as you communicate. And lastly, my last advice is like, what is your weakness? Besides getting nervous and besides the presentation, you kind of want to emphasize on what is some weaknesses you have on your project itself. So is there like a pronunciation you need to work on? Is there like some sort of sentences you need to improve on. And once you have those improved in a way, and you kind of like memorize those improved format, it would help. Like if you just focus on your weaknesses of what you're of a material, like I guess if you were to talk. Sorry, I will end from here.
Mike, thank you so much for those great ideas. Thank you
Sorry
so
about
much
that.
for those. Thank you so much for those great ideas. And as always, Mike, we'll look forward to continuing that discussion in the chat. As always, in the chat, so many great conversations going on. As we say, class is only the beginning. Class is only the beginning. So many great conversations have begun. So many great conversations are continuing. So many great conversations will be continuing for this amazing experience today, As we close class, I want to invite first Adina to make some closing comments on behalf of the group. Then I will invite Sagana to make her closing comments to the entire community. Before we do that, first, everyone, please, a huge round of applause to Ninive. Ninive, who has been recording the recent student presentations, who will continue to do so as she has the time. Thank you so much to Ninive. What a great thing she has provided. Take a look at the recent student presentations. They are shown in past student presentations by date. Those recordings, those recent recordings that are there are thanks to Ninive. It takes, as we all know, that is quite a bit of effort. That takes quite a bit of time. Ninive, thank you so much for that. This applause is for you. And yes, as Emma says, Ninive is our resident filmmaker. Thank you so much, Ninive. All right, as we close class, first, Adina, your closing comments to your community, to your family on behalf of the self-improvement group. Your closing comments.
Okay, Alan, Arina can't talk, so I'm gonna take her role in the closing comments. Is it okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. We continue. Okay. Today we are talk about self-improvement. Srijana did a wonderful job presenting her presentation, and in future I hope we can do another more presentation about self-improvement. So yeah, thanks to all for give us time, and thanks.
And thank you so much. And Sagana, what an amazing accomplishment. What an amazing accomplishment. Just yet another dream of yours, You have, in such a recent past, you have accomplished so much reading a novel in English, understanding Shakespeare in English, and today, a presentation, an amazing presentation with such phenomenal content in English, entirely in English. What an amazing accomplishment, Sagana. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for all of your efforts. Thank you so much for all that you do every time you are with your community, with your family. Sagana, your closing thoughts to the community?
Um, I'm speechless right now, but I have to thank you guys for for everything. I don't know. I have no words, but now I wanna encourage you to do an activity that I've been wondering um to do soon. It's to make a list of um sorry guys. I'm kind of like okay. I encourage you guys to make a list of achievements, things that you um, could make with English. So, like me, I'm gonna make a list. Like, first thing in 2019, I spoke with the native speaker. The second achievement, um, I could read an entire book in English and so on. I think it's your homework. My final words is a homework. So I think that's all. Thank you so much. This is such a dream coming true right now, and I'm so proud of you guys. I didn't imagine um, like these many questions, these um, those topics that mm, came along during my speech, and I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so proud of myself. I thank you so much. I began time to teacher Alan for letting me and trust me in making these um uh, in saying these words to you, because I hide those like inside of my heart for a long time, and now I could like show you guys all those uh, all that knowledge that I've been learning since I was 13. So thank you. I love you guys so much. And teacher Alan. That's it.
What beautiful words to close this amazing day. The recognition of community within which Sagana, within which all of you are able to show the things of your heart, to share the things of the deepest parts of you, and in so doing, move ever forward in your English, in your never-ending English learning journey, in the journey of your lives themselves. Thank you so much to the entire group. Thank you to Manu. Thank you to Ronan. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Adina for forming, managing, keeping the group moving forward. Thank you to Sagana, and congratulations to Sagana on your amazing accomplishment. Everyone, a huge round of applause. Thank you again to Nina for our ability to remember this. And we saw Sagana's comments. Sagana, thanks to you, Nina, we'll be able to relive this moment over and over. A huge round of applause to the entire group, to Sagana and the entire group. A huge round of applause to Nina. A huge round of applause to yourselves for being the best person you can be, yourselves exactly as you are, and for making this community the amazing place that it is. Everyone, take a look at the Notion page for the upcoming schedule, for upcoming classes. Thank you, everyone on the stage. Go ahead and return to the audience so that we can close class. Thank you so much for everything you have done. Thank you so much for everything.
Mr. Allen,
Please.
can I say something real quick?
Please.
Okay. This was the question from Lorraine about like I guess confidence or the what I wanted to say is like sometimes when you like get prepared on a speech or a song or instrument, it does help a lot. Like you can like practice your speech many times with friends or other loved ones. And second one is like if you are presenting at a stage or something, like know your audience. So it's like if there are any familiar faces in the audience, you can present to them if it makes you feel comfortable. So like if you always like to have eye contact with your friends and stuff. And then last two is like besides it's like a topic when it comes to a part of a presentation that happens to be easier for you, but like sometimes there probably be that one part of the presentation that's like uh-oh it's coming or uh-oh it's here, so. And then five lastly, like pretend in the audience is your friend. So like and like the stage is yours eventually, so like and it's like your only moment to like present. So think of it that way. So like you gotta say what you gotta say in the presentation and say it with full confidence. Yeah. And
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, everyone. Let's go ahead and return to the audience, and we'll close class. Again, thank you so much, Ronan. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much, Manu. Thank you so much, Adina, for the group itself, and Sagana. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much, teacher. We love you.
You're so welcome, Sagana. You're so welcome, Sagana. All right, go ahead and return. See you so soon. See you very soon. All right. This is the time that in the bottom of the chat, we say hello to everyone in the bottom of the chat. Those at the bottom of the chat. Bruno, so great to have you back in class. Bruno the student. Blazing Pickle, thank you for your great participation and your great questions. Puck, thank you for your great question. High Coconut Shake. Demonade, so everybody. So many thanks to Demonade for all that she does. Jade, welcome back to class. So great to have you here. Emma, so great to have you in class. Ninive, again, thank you so much for your recordings. Ninive has her own presentation, Motivation and Stress, on that related topic so important to so many of us. You can watch that video in past student presentations. Gab, thank you for being here and your great presentations, for your great questions. Manu, thank you for your participation in the group. Jaspreet, thank you for your great questions. Chiman Rula, we'll visit with you again in another class. Thank you for being here. I'm here to learn. Great to have you. Kim Nai, welcome back to class. Good to have you here. Davey Mario, good to have you with us. Hi, Wheezy. Hi, Gab. All right, everyone, take a look at the Notion page for the upcoming schedule, for upcoming classes, and the upcoming student presentations. Bye, everyone, just for now. Bye, Gab. Bye, Blazing Pickle. Bye, Beginner. Bye,